Hi you guys, welcome back. So do you guys notice we have an empty cabinet right there? We did it. We downsized, we decluttered, and it feels so good, right? Say hi. If you guys recall, we, in my last video, went through plant by plant. It was a very long video, and I decided to do a toss or sell list. And you guys, there were like 50 plus plants on that list, and I did it. I got rid of the ones I said I was going to get rid of. One thing I mentioned in that video is that we wanted to clear the shelf, this second shelf here, for the cats, and I cannot tell you enough how much they love it. Like, it makes me happy because I just see that they love it. Willow's there right now, but you can see we just put blankets there and then like a toy or two, and they get to sit in the sun and sunbathe and look out the window, and they love it. So that was one of my favorite parts about the decluttering and downsizing. Honestly, like, a couple of those plants were just ready to go, but then some of the other ones, it was really not hard to find a spot for them. One big thing is this cabinet. So this is one of my 2 detolf cabinets. It's empty because, if you can recall, the plants that I had in there, I had a few Hoyas, handful of moss props, and then a philodendron mame silver. I found that one of the Hoyas was a culprit of mealybugs. And then I started seeing mealybug stuff on the other Hoyas. And then I saw like the little white crap from them down on the lower shelves. So as of right now, all those Hoyas and all those plants are actually in our bathroom, because I'm gonna go through, really assess them. I'll decide if I'm gonna actually, you guys, I am gonna throw away the Hoya curtsii. That one is the culprit. I know for a fact I'm not gonna deal with it because I don't think I like that plant enough to save it. But the Hoya rosita is huge. I will bring you guys to the bathroom in a little bit and show you guys, but I gotta decide what I'm gonna keep, what I think I'm just gonna like propagate. Like, I might just take some cuttings and then throw away those plants. And yeah, I don't know. You guys, I really don't want to deal with mealybugs. I'm doing a full-on pest treatment day on Friday. I told myself I'm doing it. I don't think I have anything going on like the entire day and night. So I start my new job on Monday next week, and I kind of want to have everything like minimum showered down, but also ideally sprayed for pests, or I wipe all the leaves down, which to me, it's a lot of work, but in the end, it gets to be kind of therapeutic. But just get everything sprayed down so that I can feel good about where I'm leaving my plant collection once I get back into a 9-to-5 job. Super side note, I also did get my hair done this weekend. I had such long hair, you guys, in the last videos, and I was like, I should get my hair cut before my new job. So I got it cut and colored, a little bit lightened up. So yeah, we're feeling pretty good. You guys don't understand like that mental offload that I felt when I was pulling the plants that I was getting rid of. Anything that had spider mites, I threw away, because I was not going to treat the pest. I didn't want to give a plant that had spider mites to somebody else. I didn't want to deal with scheduling pickups for a bunch of people on my final week off. I didn't want to have to just be home and have people swing by my apartment. Like, things that had spider mites, I threw it away. A handful of plants. My mom, she actually just left. We got lunch today. And I just gave her like 2 bags of plants. I've just been giving them away to people I know, because like I said, I really don't want to coordinate with a bunch of people and coordinate pay. And it's also a lot of work to do a purge on Facebook and take a ton of pictures and whatnot. But the one thing that I did do a Facebook purge, but more like a sale post for, is I gathered, like I said I would, all of my anthurium stumps, and I took a picture, and I was like, somebody come take these, otherwise I'm throwing them away. And they are free. I don't know if they have spider mites or fungus gnats, but I know they don't have like mealybugs or thrips or anything. And if you want them as a rehab project, come take them. Because the reason I could not get myself to just throw them away is because some of the anthuriums in there are crosses, and they're not like an anthurium clarinervium or a forgetii. Like, I think I had like a red crystallinum magnificum hybrid. I had the anthurium corallinum. I had the falcatum. I had some in there that aren't rare, but they're not super common. So, and I loved them. Like, it was actually really hard, you guys. You don't know how close I was to saying, screw it, I'm gonna keep them, maybe they'll grow. But I really had to pull myself out of that mindset. And I know that the young lady who came and picked them up she was so over the moon about it, and that makes me so happy. So she's happy, I'm happy, and I'm just glad that I let them go. So we are going to set up my grow light that I got for the Monstera Thai, finally. And what I'll do, I might just like walk you guys around. I'm not gonna do what I've done the last couple of videos, but I'll probably just walk you around, show you what things look like right now. But I need to do rearranging because things opened up, space opened up. Dino quite literally said, Dino, my boyfriend, he literally said, wow, it's looking so empty in here. I think we need to get plants. And I was like, no, 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 no. Got the light. Oh, yeah, he literally was like, wow, it just looks bare, which is funny because you guys, I haven't counted, but I only got rid of like maybe a little over 50 plants, and that's out of like 300. So I still have a lot of plants, but I was watering everything yesterday, and you guys do not understand how much quicker it went because I didn't have as many. Stay tuned for a Q&A video because I had posted, it'll be long gone by the time I post this video, but I did post telling people to comment any questions that you might have for a Q&A video. I am going to be doing a big repotting day, so yeah, stay tuned for that. By the time this video goes out, I probably will have already filmed it, so it'll be kind of too late to leave like a comment on here. So this is a big grow bar, but the point that I got this for is it has a spot on the bottom to put like tripod looking feet, and I'm gonna have it stand up in front of my Thai, and I'm gonna actually turn off the Sansi grow bulb above it for a while and just have the grow light in front of it to try to angle the leaves forward again, because when that plant, when the Thai was near my south-facing, southwest window, it had all the leaves facing one way. I should be smart about this. Had all the leaves facing one way, and it was stunning. Like, I loved it. I know some people, everyone always talks about like rotating your plants so they all aren't facing one way, but I don't care. If it's gonna go up against a wall, it is so much easier on me if I don't have leaves that are getting smushed between the wall. You know what I mean? And I'll just always have it facing the one direction. You know, I rarely have it where I have a plant in the middle of a room where you're gonna walk all the way around it. Everything's kind of out of the way. So, all right, she's standing. I have this light. Let me tell you guys what it is. I ordered it on Amazon, so I will find it and link it in the description if you guys are interested. I've seen other people talk about them before. They're Barrina LED floor grow lights. That's what it is. I got one. I've debated getting more for other plants, but I got one right now to see how I like it. But it is a Barrina, and a lot of people get Barrina lights for their cabinets. I do not. I just get cheap Amazon ones, and they work fine. Let's see. It does have an on-off switch here that you just step on. So that's kind of nice, but I'm used to just like going around flipping switches every morning. But that's nice. And then it does come with hooks and things if you actually want to hang this from like the ceiling or something. Like if you actually did want to put this in a cabinet or something. But I'm happy that it is a standing one. So let's plug her in. So this is how tall the light is while it's on the legs. I mean, it's only like a few inches up from the floor on the legs, and I'm 5'2". So I don't know, it's like 3 to 4 feet tall, pretty good. And yeah, let's see, I plugged it in. So there she is. It does give a lot of light. I think there were different lighting options on the different types of lights that you could buy of this style. I went with the most common one. I don't remember if it was more of like a yellow light or a natural light, but either way, the Kelvin ratings are good for plants, so it'll work either way. But yeah, she's lit up. The only thing is my tie is on a plant stand. So it's elevated off the floor, so actually the leaves are like way higher than this light. I feel like I actually kind of need to raise the light up. You guys see the legs? I need to raise it up, I feel, but it doesn't look the greatest. This light, you guys, I mean, and it's not gonna, because it's a grow light standing like in the middle of the room for the tie, but it's not, who knows? It doesn't have to be like a forever thing. I think I need to at least, I could definitely move it closer to this shelf. But I have this Milano Chrysum right here. I could also put it like here, but I don't think that's going to be as effective because the light from the D12 cabinet's there too, you know? So I don't know. I think I do have to have it, unfortunately, kind of front and center this way or over this way. And right now with the Milano Chrysum there, it's just kind of like literally right next to Milano. It's fine. It's not like in the middle of the room, but I think I'm going to put that Milano Chrysum in a new pot with one of my clear moss poles and stuff because it's so unstable right now, as you can see. So if I do that, the Milano can stand on its own and I can kind of have a different spot for it. But yeah, and then right now we have a light up there. So if I turn that off, then the light is only going to be coming from here and the windows. I mean, right now, you guys, it's like peak golden hour, so the lighting while filming this is like so bright. But yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll show you guys. Okay, so here we are. You guys can see Rory climbed up there. So we have the light. Like I said, it's kind of just like blending in with the Milano a little bit, but it's not cute. It's definitely standing out. But first of all, I decluttered and cleaned up everything over here, which is really nice. And I just have the 2 plants. And then, yeah, I turned off the Sansi grow light up there so you guys could really see the lighting. But it is currently getting a little bit of light from the south window. So because of that, I think hopefully it'll shift. It's just the main thing is not having a light above it so the leaves don't point up. But yeah, I mean, that my ring of fire is going to probably grow really well next to it. I think though, this is what I'm saying. I think I need to raise the light up because if I grab it and I hold it, that's just better lighting for the plant versus putting it down. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think I should put it on a stand or something. Aside from the light, we have a new leaf coming in. I'm super excited. For those of you who don't know, there's actually 2 Monstera ties in this pot. There are 2 mature ones in here. So normally I'll get new leaves at about the same time. back there is where the other leaf comes out. And I think, looks like there might be one popping out soon. And then right here with this beautiful creamy stem is another one. So that's why she's so big. All right, you guys, nobody judge. I know it looks silly, okay? But I put the light on a plant stand so that it was elevated to just give better lighting to the tie. I think I just need to fully turn it. But yeah, I think that actually gives it a decent amount of light in that corner. And hopefully now I don't need to worry about the Sansi light burning those leaves, especially the one with all that variegation that I grabbed. And also hopefully these leaves will turn towards me. It might be too late. I mean, these ones right here would look good turned towards me, but that back leaf is already facing me. So it might be too late and that one might look wonky, but hopefully the rest of them will face me and hopefully it'll just look a little nicer. Okay, so what I did, since I took the stand from the Jose, it's okay because I had a lot of stands after downsizing, so I swapped it for that. What my plan is when we put or take down the Christmas tree, I'm going to put that right where it's at. I used to have the Philodendron gloriosum over there, and then what I'll do is I'll just turn one of those lights onto it, and I think it'll be happy. I think that's my plan. So as of right now, it's just kind of in the middle of the room because it's a big plant. There's not a whole lot of places to put it, but that is my plan. And then just a quick overview over here. Not a whole lot changed in that cabinet. I did move one of my alocasias in there. Not much changed in here. We will be potting up all of those. The big change was in here. I actually moved the top shelf down. I moved both shelves down. I took the alocasia out from underneath there and just kind of moved everything down and rearranged a little bit so things have more space, because what was happening was all these plants were growing into the light and then burning off, and those lights are really, really strong. So I moved them down. They'll have more room to climb. And actually my Hoya AH something, it is wrapped around right there, so I didn't feel like cutting it at the moment, but I will eventually have to cut it because it's totally wrapped around that. But yeah, just kind of rearrange the shelves a little bit. And then, like I said, all these guys are in the bathroom because of mealies. And then over here, ignore my Christmas stocking holders, but you guys can see it has really thinned out above the Redsta wide cabinets. And I rearranged, I moved to the coffee table plant in here just because I wanted it to have more space. And yeah, really thinned it out in here, you guys. I mean, look at that. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 8 plants up here, you guys. So I really thinned it out and prioritized ones that I like. Now I just need to style this because now they're just kind of like randomly placed. They're really, really random. So I need to style this, but let me quick show you the rest of the apartment before we work on it. Over here, I did get rid of my string of things except for the variegated string of hearts, but it was over there in the corner and I wanted to be able to see it. So I moved it, but yeah, just did a little bit of rearranging on the grow frames. Coming out of the plant room, I totally cleared this off and it makes me so happy to just see some wall. I gotta find a place for my Anthurium Michelle, but I really wanna find a good spot, and I actually might put it more in the bedroom or on our other calyx shelves. I really just wanna be able to look at it. And I did get rid of the Billy that was up here. So now it's just my Veitchii, so I need to redo this light situation. And then over here, I got rid of the 6-foot moss pole Florida green, as you can see. So now I was able to move over the Epiprenum elbow, and it just looks so much better. If I really back up, that just looks 10 times better. So no more tall plants. I'm not cluttering it there anymore. Got rid of some other stuff and just did a little bit of rearranging and whatnot. I do have a plant stand back there that I'm debating putting my Epiprenum mint or marble. Sorry, I don't know. It looks minty, doesn't it? It's kind of minty, but it's marble. I might put that on there to get it up and off the ground, but I don't know. I really want to have like a nice place for that. And then over here, you guys, look at how crazy bare it is. It's not even bare, but it feels bare to me. I didn't decide yet if I'm going to get rid of this or not. You guys know how I feel. I really just want like a mature monstera, but I kind of like that it's like climbing the light. So I don't know. I can't decide. Over here, I moved the tortum, and I love it. It's just so simple, but yet really fun to look at. And I love watching new tortum leaves unfurl like one finger at a time. So I'm excited to have that front and center. And then you guys, when I was doing the clearing of all this, it was so weird because all of this was like empty. It wasn't completely empty, but it was just weird. It really shows you how much this little living room area opened up when we cleared space on the window and let more light in and just stopped clustering the window. So I have a little bit of a dilemma because I do have some plants that I'm going to pot together on poles, and this is a good spot for moss pole plants, but I kind of like that there's some room to breathe. I'm going to take all the various stands and kind of reorganize as I shift things, but yeah, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. And then the Hoyas did not change, and I have yet to put plants in that cabinet back there. One issue I'm running into is I need to now find a spot to put the walking pad because I'm not really going to be walking at my desk since I'm not going to raise it up, but I would like to have it out here, but there's nowhere to put it. We shall see. And I got to figure out that plant stand now that I don't really need it. But then we have all these plants. These, I'm going to be repotting that. But like a lot of some of these are just, I finally was able to have a spot to put them away now that I cleared out the anthurium stumps. This area definitely got a little bit of a cleanup. I am going to find a new spot for the Patriciae. Haven't decided where yet though. And she's struggling, so I need to just like rehab, clean, potentially repot, and just, I got to deal with her. But we did move a couple new plants into these cubbies just because the other ones, we had an anthurium stump there and then the tortum was there. And so that outgrew the space. So moved some plants. I rearranged a little bit. I do want to figure out if I have a little plant to put there. Otherwise, I'll probably just put another crystal, and then moved this here, moved that there, kind of rearranged, you guys, and moved this here. I'm going to be repotting and putting my domesticum on a pole, so that'll be changing. But overall, just a lot of like moving things around. And then over here, I decided I'm going to pot these two plants together, so that'll be changing. Got rid of one back there, and I chopped back my Syngonium mojito again. And yeah, not a whole lot changed right here. If you guys didn't tell, I actually had a Hoya carrii in this like little space right there, and it was just like kind of on one stick, and it has not grown for me. It just has not been doing well, but it was just so shoved in the corner that you wouldn't even have seen it. So I told myself I just need to let that one go as well. And then turning around, you guys, this spot changed so much. First of all, I got rid of propagations and things. I have to clean up like clutter, but all I did was keep two props that'll be going in actual soil soon. Kept that one, of course. But on here, you guys, I literally have 4 plants. I have the jungle boogie, which used to be just shamed in the corner there. I can't wait to like repot that. It is gonna get repotted. And then I put the anthurium big bill here. We have the ring of fire, and we have the philodendron pink princess. Those are the only ones that made the cut that I kept over in this area, and I totally cleaned everything up. You guys, this area is crazy because I had just a sea of vines and plants and everything. And while it is cluttered right now, because I literally just moved everything and I haven't put things away yet, that was just a sea of like neglected plants and huge plants and vines and whatnot. Now I have all these moss poles, you guys, from the plants I got rid of. But yeah, poles, stakes. I have a lot of pots, a lot of stands and things that now I have to really figure out. I don't really need a lot of them. So yeah, anyways, as of right now, it is so cluttered with things. But that's because Dino's mom is going to come over for dinner tonight, and I don't have enough time to like take everything out, swap, put things away. I don't have the time today. So as of right now, it's going to go there, and then I'll figure it out tomorrow. Last but not least, our bedroom, you guys, did not really change much. I didn't change any plants over here, but these ones will be affected by my repot. So I'm going to put the Aurea on a clear pole. I have the tie right here because I'm actually going to shower down my Hoya fungii because it's so dusty. So I just kind of had moved some stuff out of the way. It was vining on my elbow, and I finally undid that. And over in the Millsbow Tall, this is going to be clear because these are all going to be getting potted up. These are all propagations from like 2 plants. So I'm going to pot them all up, and then it'll be weird because this top shelf is going to be practically empty. But now I think I might like rearrange things, because if I put them on clear moss pools, I'm going to see if I can fit them down here, and then I'll be chopping that. And yeah, I did keep one anthurium stump. I think it's because this is a dock block hybrid and I'm more protective over it. Dock block forgetii. So yeah, it's a dock block hybrid. I was a little bit more protective over my dock blocks, but it does have one leaf and I am going to actually care for it. So that is my one anthurium stump I kept. But other than that, I sadly got rid of the anthurium stumps that were down there. And yeah, the rest of this did not change. Lastly, we have this cabinet. It's the Millsbow wide under the TV. And I did rearrange a little bit. It was already kind of sparse in here because I had decluttered earlier, but I moved my Monstera mint in here because I hope I can maybe bring it back and give it some care. But I think I'm gonna finally pot it up with a clear moss pole. And then I moved a couple other plants, and yeah, this is one that I need to start putting more plants in here because I have the space. All right, you guys, now it's time for the bathroom with mealybug plants. Ugh. Here they are, you guys. Please ignore if our tub is dirty. I haven't cleaned it. But here's all the little props. Pulled them out, and I have just the nicest strawberry shake prop. I just really am hoping it's not full of mealybugs, but yeah. And then we have Syngonium aurea. This is one that I have chopped and repropped so many times because it just keeps getting like spider mites. Then we have a Squamiferum, another strawberry shake that looks somewhat reverted, and another strawberry shake. So we will see. You guys, I don't need like 10 strawberry shakes. We do have the Hoya Callistophylla. I'm really hoping this one is okay because I actually care about this one. This was my first Callistophylla and it has come such a long way. And this is the one that is like non-stop blooming for me. And then we've got the Philodendron Mame Silver. This one I have no clue. I would like to keep it, but mames are ones that tend to get spider mites anyways. So we will see. And then back there we have the Hoya Rosita, and it is huge and stunning. I really hope I can save it, but otherwise I think I might take cuttings. And then you guys, I'm so sad. The Hoya chicken farm, I literally saw a mealy on it and it was disgusting and I'm so sad. Like, my new Hoya. So we'll see. Hopefully, maybe it was just one off. That's kind of what I'm hoping, but who knows. But yeah, these guys are in here because that way I'm forced to finally deal with it. One other thing that's so exciting, remember how I talked about how this is a variegated aglaonema and, you know, one day maybe the variegation will come back? Well, it just put out this leaf. It's still hardening off a little bit, so I don't want to touch it too much. But look, again, we have just like the slightest bit of variegation. So I have hopes. I have hopes. And I have this little grow light. I guess I didn't turn it on today. But that has been what I've had, like plants on the toilet, getting light from and stuff. It's kind of like my rehab light too, but I normally have it plugged in, and this is my bathroom plant and it does pretty good actually. It put out two little babies. But yeah, I'm hoping it'll give me some variegation again, but I think it's like yellowing a little bit, so I either need to give it some water or make sure it doesn't have like spider mites or something. All right, you guys, so I just wanted to give you like a really quick kind of like update overview once I had finally downsized, because sunlight's gonna be going away and now we have Dino's mom coming over for dinner, but then after that, the rest of the night, I just kind of want to like walk around and rearrange and reset a little bit. So I will film while I'm doing that. It's just I wanted to show you guys everything before the lighting was going to go away. Now that the sun kind of relaxed a little bit in here, you guys can see this light is actually really lighting up that corner. Like, it's very, I don't know how much you can tell on camera, but it is very well lit. There is still a little bit of sun, but I think that was a good decision, and it definitely was a good decision to put it on a plant stand because it was really weird being kind of like below the tie. So yeah, I'm excited. I know it looks a little weird, but that's okay. I'm excited to see the leaves turn forward again. As for rearranging, since I am going to be working partially from home, this is going to be my backdrop in my meetings. So it has to look good. I said it in my last video, I believe, but I had interviewed and that was my backdrop, and it was when I had so many plants. I did clean up all the yellow leaves, but I had, you guys, so many plants, and literally my now new boss was like, is that real? So I need to make this look nice. I don't know. I did put, you can barely tell, I did put my Philodendron gloriosum over here to see if I'd like that more, but it looked kind of like weird because it's such a big rectangular pot. But I really like my Philodendron goldii, or my Thaumatophyllum, right here, and it gets such nice direct sun, which is what it's used to in the living room on the coffee table. So I like this here, but it's kind of out of place. I think maybe I should swap this for like being up in the back maybe, but this hangs down so low. I don't know. I love this here. I also have a bunch of crystals. These are our stocking things. I just kind of moved them here to be out of the way. Let's see. This guy, he's cute, but he's in a basket. Yeah, he definitely looks better elevated. This leaf looks fine. I could always get something and like try and corral the leaves. But right now it's just kind of been like free flowing. So I think I'll just do that. And then I do have this Hoya here that could go like in front of it, but I'll probably stagger stuff. I have mist spray bottles that I literally don't use. This one I think is from Modern Sprout. And I like the black. I think the black looks good. I do like the glass. It's kind of like an antique-y look. But do I need spray bottles everywhere? No. So I think I'm gonna find a different place for this, or I don't know. I'm just gonna move it. And then the hard thing too is I'm doing this before I repot. So like these two plants are gonna be going on clear moss pools. So those are gonna look different. So I'm trying to picture this before doing that, but yeah, just keep in mind, like it may not be exactly how it is. Wonder, I think, because this is so bushy, I think I should move it over here. That way this hangs over, but it's not like totally covering. I don't know, because I'm not that good at like rearranging, to be honest. It's easier for me if I have like all my plants in one area and I can just pull the different ones, but not if I'm just working with these ones. Okay, no, I am gonna put this one there because I forgot about this one. It's okay. I don't love it. I think I need to find more like smaller plants to go up front here, because I have a lot of things that are like big and out. Maybe this cutie, because we have this syngonium. Yeah, that's really nice. The syngonium elbow really glows right there. And then I think I could put like a really nice crystal here, or a Hoya or something. I really don't like the pot that this Hoya is in. Oh, we have a root coming out the bottom. I still can't believe that thing's growing. But yeah, I don't like the pot. I think I'm gonna swap the pot out because I know I have a lot. I really love these plants. These are the terracotta, but it's like a white terracotta planter. They don't have drainage holes on the bottom. This one I got from Sunnyside Gardens. It's a greenhouse in the Twin Cities. But a lot of times people will just drill them into here. But the thing is, I used to plant directly into terracotta. I feel like most people kind of did, but I started off with a very heavy terracotta only kick for pots, and then saw these beautiful round ones. But now I don't drill the holes in them because I love them as my cover pots. I hope it'll fit. Oh yeah, that looks cuter. This is cute because she's in a little bulby round pot, but look at her little tortellini curly crinkly. I like this a lot more. This makes me more happy than what it was in. Let's just see now if it'll look. Yeah. You can barely tell because the sun is reflecting, but that is so much cuter than this. This is not ugly, but it's definitely like a garden. More of, it gives me more garden vibes because of the fake patina right there. And that's just not my vibe. Okay, So far, so good. I feel like it's coming together as I sit and like think of what I want right here. So I have my really sad Stanleyana, which will need to be restaked and everything, but I have the elbow, a cute little variegated Hoya compacta, this bushy pothos, which I think kind of helps with how like long the petioles are of the philodendron goldii. I think it looks good. And then we've got that. In the sun, it looks very good. It's like all golden and vibey. My struggle now is right here. I don't know why, maybe because it's so close to these lights, but I'm not like loving it. Let me show you. Okay, so here we are. This looks good for now. Again, I want Dino's opinion because he's good at this stuff, but we've got the elbow syngonium, cute pot with that, and then the syngonium kind of comes out from there. That is what it is. And then, like I said, I think that pothos with the goldii, it just helps fill the space since those petioles are so long. I didn't want to have like just such an open space where you like really see the stand back there. But now this, like, do you guys see the difference? This side looks intentional. This side has crap. I have this cute little turtle from a plant that we decluttered. Just gonna put her down for now. And then, yeah, I mean, I love this pot and I love that. Those are gonna be on clear poles though, so it'll look a little different. But you know, it's hard because that's what's kind of throwing me off. I might just prune it because we do have a new leaf coming out. I might prune it and then rotate the plant so that it's a little more balanced and looks nicer. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. And then I'll be able to kind of fill this space in better. Literally, you guys, this is such an underrated plant. If you don't have a philodendron goldii, what are you doing? Oh my God. Oh, you guys. It smells like a jungle. You guys know that smell when you cut philodendrons? I don't know what it is. If you guys know, let me know. But the smell, it's just so fresh. But anyways, isn't this cute? This would be such a cute like prop for photography for like a flat lay of products. That should be my thumbnail. How does that look? Oh, that looks 10 times better. Does it not? Oh yeah. That, and I love that it's in the middle. So like when I'm on my desk and I have the camera for my meetings, it's in the middle. It might like look silly because it might look like it's coming out of my head. That's fine. It's fine. I have character. They'll learn that. But yeah, I think that looks so much better. And I kind of like, I mean, maybe I just need to keep up on pruning that plant because that plant, if you let it, it just gets crazy big, out of hand, crazy. But I actually really love it with just like 2 or 3 stems. Looks good. Okay, that helps me visualize that area a little better because now I can kind of do a similar vibe. So I just need some like plants right there that maybe are somewhat bushy. I mean, this is the bushiest plant on here. So again, it's in the center and I don't want to take away from that. So maybe again, a couple small plants. We have the philodendron esmeralda and I said I was going to get rid of it, but I didn't. You guys, that is probably one of the plants on the list that I really second guessed myself because I do like how it looks mature. However, I will be putting it on a real pole, so it's gonna look different, and so it probably won't stay in that spot. Honestly, I think I should just move it now. And what could I put here? Maybe some Hoyas? Need to honestly just take stuff off, move it around. This should be when I really like wipe these things down. What about this cute jade syndapsis? I feel like if I do the jade syndapsis, it contrasts really well with the marble snow queen pothos, and then you can still kind of see the really cute pot back there. Although that pot would be temporary if I repot it. Wonder if this might be a better plant for like this area, and then maybe something more like skinny-ish right there. What might be nice, you guys, I have a handful of like pendant plants. So I have that philodendron patriciae that maybe would look nice hanging over. Maybe I do that. I don't want to put it here right now because I know it still needs another round of treatment for spider mites, and I do not want to spread it. But it also is getting too much light in the window in here, so I don't know. Maybe it wants like lower light, I don't know. Although right here, it would get the lower light because that eventually will be pointing another way. So I think I plan to put the Patricia there and then put that cutie there. And then I don't want to make the same mistake I made before by trying to crowd too much in that corner. I like that here it's just like 2, 2, 2, 2. So literally the Patricia, it's a big enough pot that might just be the last thing that I put over here. So it might look a little bare right now, but I'm spraying things down this week, so it will change. And then that'll make it so I can have my crystals show up a little more. Yeah, let's put this one there. I'll have to go through all my crystals too, but that's another day. I wish I had more like risers. I always, whenever I'm at Target and I see that they have little cake stands or planter stands, just like really, really cheap ones like that, for instance, I love grabbing them because I really do use them just as risers on shelving to elevate plants. Wish I had more though. Although I do have one on my modern sprout. Because the thing is, I could also elevate my crystals on it. It's hard for me, again, because I can't just put the patriciae here and then see what it looks like. I'm trying to like visualize it in my head. But I think instead of trying to put a bunch of things there right now, I'll just wait. And I think that'll just be a good designated spot for it. So I think it looks good. What do you guys think? I'm in the way. I don't know. Like, I know for a fact I love this side. It feels intentional. And yes, it is very like congested and everything, but I'm not getting a cluttered, scraggly vibe from it. It just feels more like things are intentionally placed. The heights of things and the textures and the pots feel more intentional. So that's what I like. I'm not opposed to having a lot of plants. It's just I don't want it to look scraggly and cluttery. So I like that. Once I have the patriciae sprayed down and in a cute pot and I put that there, I think I'll be able to do the same with that side. And also, I think once those are in other pots with moss poles, it'll look different. And so, you know, if I have moss poles there, I actually might even like move things a little bit. But for right now, I think this is good. And I think I just have to like move on to the other areas. All right, sorry for poor lighting. That's why I wanted to do a walkthrough at the beginning. So now, so we have my veitchii. It's the only one that's up here. And I kind of like it because a veitchii, an anthurium veitchii, is hard to find a good spot for it. But here's the thing. I really want my veitchii to like do well this year. It is growing kind of funky towards the little light, and I just don't think it had enough light. I walked around my whole apartment. Most areas now are pretty good for light, except maybe like one corner, but the corner could use something like this light. And so I think I'm gonna finally plug those Sansi lights in for the veitchii and this general area, because I really want the big plants over here to do well as well. So let's see. Let's see where this is plugged in. Oh, that was the wrong light. That's okay. Those LEDs were kind of like meh. So we'll see what it looks like if I just don't have LEDs. How about that? So that's okay. Which one is it though? There's so many cords. Oh no, it was the right one. I'm so confused because that was the right light, but then the LEDs also turned off. I don't know. I don't care though to figure it out. LEDs are the least of my concerns. Way too many hooks. But I think this light, I know exactly. You guys, these lights are so great. So they get really hot, but these lights are so great. I'm debating if I want to use this maybe with like a plant to go on Dino or I's nightstand. This would be like the perfect light. Who knows if I get a desk at my new job, so I could always bring a plant in and use this as the new light. Otherwise, I do know some plants that could just use their own little light. So you guys, I can't recommend these enough. I'll link it below if I can find the link. They are Sansi. If you guys don't know, I use a lot of Sansi lights, which is why they get hot. Sansi lights are like really, really hot lights. But these are powerful enough to where they're helping my plants grow. So yeah, anyways, I can't recommend those enough. But let's give her something better. I am gonna make it so that the veitchii is the only plant up there, and it's definitely too big for this. I love this. It's just my little elevated pot, but I think I need to declutter this. So I think I'll find a plant that can go in here and put it somewhere else. The only downside is these are clip lights. So I guess now that I moved that, I can move stuff over. But you guys, I really do just need to declutter this shelf. But just for this moment, while we are doing lighting, let's just, before we do anything, see how it'll look. Oh my God, these are strong clips. They have really, really strong clamps. FYI. Oh, I don't know, you guys, because it's good because I don't necessarily want the light above the veitchii because it'll do this where the leaves go up instead of out. So maybe it's good, but I also don't want it to be too close because it is really powerful for light. I wish I could like diffuse, honestly, the lighting. Let's see what it looks like though. I'm gonna plug it in, move some stuff. Oh. The reason it had shut off is because I accidentally undid the power strip. Whoops. Anyways, now we've got a disco setup. Thank God I found the remote. Red. I really do think I'm gonna take the LEDs down. They're just so like tacky. But I will say at night, it is nice to have a little bit of a light right here. So yeah, I don't know. But I'm not doing that right now. First, I'm focusing on the plants. So it's right at the Veitchii. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out because it is an anthurium. It doesn't need bright direct light, but I wanna see if it will help this Veitchii at all and maybe also help turn the leaves so that they're all one way, kind of like how we're doing for the Thai. I did used to put this in, it was in a detolf for a long time, so it had that bright light, and then it was in the south facing window in our dining room by the balcony door, and it had just direct south light. So it has had bright light before. So I think I'm gonna go with this, see how it does. And then it does have this second one. It does not, this Veitchii doesn't need that. So what I might do is actually now use this light over here. And I think, because this light was for my epi marble. So that's kind of what I did, was I intentionally had the light there for the epi marble to thrive. The epi marble is now growing, and I think I will have to extend it. So we'll see, but I think I might make this an epi marble light and just have it angled down. It'll might be too much for my Hoya here, but we will see. I am for now gonna put this plant stand back. And yeah, because the more light that the epipremnums get, like the elbow and the marble, and I'm sure like the aurea, whatever, just like the nicer the variegation, they get nice sized leaves. Obviously the pole, the support has to do with the leaf sizing up and the fenestrating, but still pretty good. So I think that's what I'll do, is the Sansi can be for the epi and kind of the Hoya here. I might even angle it more towards the Hoya a little bit. I do still need to find a spot. I've been struggling, you guys. I love this plant. It's been hard for me to find a spot to put it. I'm debating swapping it in the bedroom with one of my plants because I really like looking at it. But anyways, as of this very second, it's just gonna go right there. And then yeah, I need to change out these. Okay, so this is what it's all looking like. Definitely a little weird. So we have the Veitchii, which kind of has almost like, it almost kind of looks like a spotlight in a way. But you can see I have one Sansi just directly facing at it. And I'm hoping maybe I can get all the leaves to face one way. I'll do that for now. With the Veitchii, I don't know if that's like a forever spot just because of lighting. It really should be by a window, but I'll figure that out. So anyways, I have the one for the Veitchii, and then you can see again, I have the one for the epi marble. Do you guys see how bright these lights are? I mean, look how bright they are on the plants. It's pretty crazy. So I'm gonna have to keep my eye on it and make sure that they don't burn. And then lastly, I adjusted all the lights up there. Hi you guys, I'm sorry for such an abrupt ending, but I did not have time to finish filming the rest of that night because it ended up being a late night. I wasn't gonna film at 11. What? Sorry you guys, my child was yelling at me. She's like, please include me, hello. I don't remember where I left off because my phone cut me off, but I'm going to leave the rearranging at that because today, as of filming this part, I am actually doing a big repot of a lot of plants. I have a big list. I hope I have enough moss poles, but when I repot stuff, they will be outgrowing where they're located right now. Like some cabinet plants won't fit in the cabinets anymore. So I'm gonna leave my open spaces that I currently have to anticipate having to move some plants there. So we're gonna be done rearranging for now, okay? Willow does not do well with repotting. She has multiple times taken my soil bin and just like thrown it on the ground. That'll be fun. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna leave it at that today, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys have any questions, comments. My repot video is gonna be a Q&A repot, so I do appreciate everybody who submitted questions. I posted a thread, and I think I'll do that more often just to stay engaged, even when I'm not able to post a video. So keep your eye out for me posting more posts on YouTube, and yeah, I'm excited. I also, you guys, sorry, I know I'm literally babbling right now, but it's currently a gloomy, snowy day in Minnesota, and I just want to show you guys how bright this light is. The tie is just so lit up, and I'm excited. I don't remember if I showed it previously, but we do have a new leaf coming, and I am so excited to see these leaves start to go like that. I'm so excited. But yeah, I just think the light looks so nice. It really illuminates that corner, and I'm just so happy. I'm not even turning the top one on right now. You can't see it in this video, but I'm not turning the top one on because I just only want it to focus on light from the front. But it was hard to see earlier because I had sun shining in, so this is a perfect example at how bright that light is. Anyways, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, subscribe, because we're just doing planty stuff. And yeah, I'll just see you guys in the next video. Bye!